What's happening, Sonic Adventurers? Trumpeter Bobby Spellman here to welcome you to another episode in our series on playing out. The last couple of episodes focused on playing outside of the chord changes and relating in increasingly abstract degrees to the underlying harmony of a piece. In this episode, we are going to transcend chords and scales and talk about the possibilities of playing with timbre in an improvisation. On this exciting episode of
Theory with Bob.
The technique of using unconventional timbre in improvisation goes back to the very beginning of jazz. The very first commercially available jazz recording is the original Dixieland Jazz Band's Livery Stable Blues, on which the musicians use their musical instruments to sound like farm animals. Now, probably more common and perhaps more artistically interesting is the use of various mutes on brass instruments as an example. So you can use a plunger mute and various growl techniques to get this kind of familiar sound. This kind of thing has been used since the beginning of jazz music. You also have, as trumpet players, we have the access to various different mutes which will color the sound in different ways, some more conventional than others. In more modern examples, you have trombonist Steve Turre in Woody Shaw's band and in other contexts playing various conch shells to very interesting effect. And one of my favorite examples of using unusual timbre in improvisation comes from the great Rahsaan Roland Kirk, who was known for using various whistles and different kinds of instruments, as well as playing multiple saxophones at once. If you want to check out a great recording of Rahsaan Roland Kirk, you can check out his record Rip, Rig, and Panic, which is a great band, and he plays a lot of interesting stuff, but you can hear sort of his timbral approach in that recording. You can also check out Roy Haynes' 1962 recording Out of the Afternoon, which features Rahsaan Roland Kirk playing these various interesting timbres over more standard tunes. The possibilities for altering tonal color are endless, and if you play a brass instrument or a woodwind instrument, you can augment your instrument in any number of different ways or use extended techniques. If you play an electric guitar or a keyboard, you can use various effects pedals and other electronic augmentations to change the timbre of the instrument. I wanted to do a little demonstration with an acoustic jazz band playing a little blues and just play around with some different effects that I can get with extended techniques and mutes, and that will sound a little something like this. All right, so there's just a little example of ways that you can use different timbral colors to create a contrast with the underlying chord progression or the underlying atmosphere of the piece. Is it possible to go off the deep end and become tasteless? Oh yeah. And yes again. But that being said, I wanted this video to be an inspiration to you to try out different tonal colors that may provide a contrast to the underlying piece, which can also be used to create very emotional and visceral feelings in the music. Once again, there are no rules here. We're just trying to use music to convey ideas and emotion through sound, And if that means using some very exotic or unusual or interesting timbres on your instrument, that may give you some a wider palette from which to work, and it can inspire your audience and create some really interesting and amazing sounds. Some other bands that I like that have used this are the Art Ensemble of Chicago, and this kind of approach to playing is prevalent in free jazz and free music generally, but you can also hear it very commonly used in different styles of music and different styles of jazz. So check that out. Try different ideas out. Try out different approaches to changing the timbre of your instrument and have some fun with it. All right, gang. Well, on the next episode, we will cover one more approach to playing outside, and then I will add to this series as we go. If you like this video and you want to keep up to date with what we're doing, you can subscribe to the channel and like the video. You can also find us on Patreon if you want to support the creation of new videos like this. All right, thanks a lot, gang. Have a lot of fun with this, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Theory with Bob.
All right, friends, thanks so much for checking out this video. We hope it helps in your quest for the majesty of musical self-expression. If you like what we're doing here, you can give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And if you'd like to support the creation of new videos like this, you can become a subscriber on our Patreon page at patreon.com/Ridgewood School of Music. There, subscribers will have access to more in-depth follow-up videos, as well as solo transcriptions, various musical exercises, and all kinds of fun stuff. If you'd like to follow me on my musical adventures, you can find me on Instagram at Bob Spellman, and you can follow the Ridgewood School of Music's other social media pages by following the links in the description below. The Ridgewood School of Music is currently accepting new students online or in person in the New York City area. If you're interested in lessons, you can find us at www.ridgewoodschoolofmusic.com, or you can send us an email at ridgewoodschoolofmusic@gmail.com, and we can set you up with a great teacher for the instrument and the style of music that you're interested in studying. All right, gang, well, have a wonderful time practicing, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.